ACN's Level Up event for Monday, December 14th. I got 7:04 Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to get this event kicked off. Guys, my name's Mike Mazer. I'm a Senior Vice President with ACN. I'm so excited for everybody that has the ability to jump on tonight's Zoom, because we have a great night planned for everybody. One, we have a presentation by one of the top regional vice presidents in all of ACN. Also, we're going to hear from co-founder, Mr. Greg Provenzano, and VP of North American Sales, Mr. Mike Kane. So guys, let's get this event kicked off. And to do that, I'm going to get myself out of the way and bring up an individual that needs no introduction. He's a top producing regional vice president. He had no background in this industry, took a look at ACN, plugged into a simple system, and now he's building a business globally. So I'd like to get myself out of the way and bring up top producing regional vice president, Mr. Harsh Patel. Harsh, take it away.
Well, Mr. Mike Mazer, thank you for hosting the call today, guys. Mike Mazer didn't talk much about himself, but here's what I can tell you about that gentleman right there. He was the person that actually introduced me to the business that you're about to take a look at here today. And when I took a look at it, I was super excited because when I took a look at it, it just fired me up. And I used to work at a bank. I used to work at 2 branches. Mr. Mazer happened to, be the customer of the bank. And I'm like, man, one day when I grow up, I want to be like that guy right there. And, little do we know, we became pretty much practically friends. And now we're practically family at this point. And we've just done amazingly well together and building a big business here today. So what I'm going to do is get into exactly into what we're going to talk about is I'm going to play a 2-minute video just to get everybody on the call up to speed of exactly what we do and how we do it. And I'm going to just go through maybe like a 10-minute business overview of exactly how this business is done. Fair enough? All right, guys. So here's what I want you guys to do. Have your videos on. Make sure your videos are on. I know some videos are off. Make sure your videos are on. I want some interaction. So I'm going to ask you guys to give me some thumbs up during the call. So real quick, I'm going to share my screen here today. When you can see my screen, give me a thumbs up. You guys see it? You guys see it? All right, perfect. Now I'm going to play my video. Here we go.
Right now, someone is watching TV, shopping online, sharing on social media, scrolling a news feed, cooking, turning on lights, texting, paying with a credit card, and someone is definitely making a phone call. Now, imagine earning income through your very own business every time a customer pays a bill for services they're already using anyway. With ACN, you can. With a 27-year track record of success, ACN is the largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy, and essential services in the world. Today, we operate in 27 countries and have offices throughout North America, Europe, Latin America, Asia, and the Pacific. We're constantly evolving our portfolio of products to stay ahead of what millions of consumers and businesses need and use every day. Now, ACN has added identity theft protection through ID Seal to its suite of essential services. Thanks to ACN's innovative mindset, we're just getting started, and the world is taking notice. Inc. magazine also recently recognized ACN as a private titan, a designation reserved for the largest and most iconic privately held companies in the world. This is your opportunity to establish your very own ACN business, offering the essential services that people and businesses already use every day, and an opportunity to get paid every time they pay a bill for these services. It's your life. Imagine earning an income on your own terms. That's what ACN is all about, and now you can be a part of it.
Well, guys, I watched that video literally 6 years ago, and it gets me fired up every time I watch that video, and I'm just super fired up, and here's why. When I watched that video, I noticed a couple of things, and you probably noticed the same thing as I did, is every single person I knew used one or more of these services, used one or more of these companies, yes or no? Meaning, how many people can agree? I didn't have to convince anybody using a cell phone. I didn't have to convince anybody using a television or using electricity or gas, meaning services that everybody has to pay every single day. How many of you guys noticed that right there? Show of hands, right? The second thing I noticed was a chance to own my own business. No overhead, no liability, no fixed costs. And the third thing I like about it was the income potential was limitless. So literally got started in my first month. I got 2 promotions in my first month. Never in my life I was working at a job, got 2 promotions the same month, if you know what I mean. It was super, super exciting, and it's been a complete blessing ever since. So what I'm going to do is go exactly over what the company does and how it's doing. So before you partner up with a company, can we agree we need to evaluate the company, right? So we're going to evaluate the company together. Fair enough. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to go back to my screen share here real quick. There we go. And real quick, we're going to evaluate the company together. So if you take a look at the company, right, it has an established track record. So if you see, we're a customer acquisition company, started back in January of 1993. So we're about 27 years, about to be 28 in about a few days. We're in 27 countries, 5 continents. The last 5 years, over 800 million in revenue, privately held, debt-free, and millions of satisfied customers around the world. But what I love about this slide the most, on the left side, on the bottom side, it has a BBB. We have an A+ better biz bureau rating. So guys, simple question. Been around for 27 years, $800 million company, privately held, debt-free, and an A+ better biz bureau rating. How many guys can agree it's a pretty good part to have? Show of hands, meaning it's a good company to partner up with. Now, what is that we do, and what is that we offer? We offer services that everybody has to use every single day, for both residential services and business services, right? So you probably recognize some logos on the screen here today that you probably pay a bill to, right? Meaning companies that we know, love, and trust. We do cell phone service. We do partner up with companies like Verizon, Sprint, AT&T. We also do high-speed internet bundle with television through big companies like AT&T Spectrum, AT&T TV, DirecTV, Dish, Frontier. We also do electricity and gas through a company called Xoom Energy, XOOM. We also do home security, biz security through a company called Vivint. Credit card processing for business owners that accept credit cards at their locations through a company called Sphere. And last but not least, we do ID theft protection through a great company called ID Seal. So we literally market all these different services underneath one umbrella. Experts call us the Amazon of services. Could we all agree we know one or multiple people that use one or more of these companies? And we can offer all these different providers through one portal, which I love. Love the fact that we can do this. And how do we do what we do? Pretty simple. Before I get into that, by you acquiring customers, right? By you acquiring customers, ACN, loves to give back to the community, and we have something called Project Feeding Kids, Project Feeding Kids and Feeding America. And what we do there is every time you get a customer and that customer pays a bill every single month, we feed a starving child. Meaning there's 17 million kids that go hungry every single year. And, ACN's already fed over 3 million kids and counting, and just, and feeding kids. Could you agree that's a pretty noble cause? Right there, for just paying the bills that we have to pay every single month anyways. Think about this. You're going to feed a starving child every time you pay that bill. I love the fact that ACN gives back to the community. Now, how do we attract customers? What's our business model? See, most service providers spend a lot of money on media advertising, internet marketing to attract customers. We don't do that. It's pretty much based on word of mouth. See, the reason you're on this call here today, because somebody invited you out, and today I want to share an opportunity with you. Could you get word of mouth? It's no different than if I were to say, hey, there's a great restaurant down the street you should go take a look at. Now, are you more likely to go look at it because I told you it's a good restaurant, or versus a newspaper? Yes or no? Meaning if it was a big ad, it said the newspaper said, here's a great restaurant, it's a great time place. Are you more likely to go look at it because it was on an advertiser, or your friend, a person you know, love, and trust told you to go eat there? Right? Could you agree it's because of the friend that told you to go eat there? Yes or no? Now, because it's based on relationship marketing and word of mouth, no advertising dollars are spent. So all the money that's usually spent in internet marketing, advertising, all that stuff that's usually spent in acquiring customers, we no longer spend. And the beautiful thing with that is we take all that money and give it to the customer as savings on some occasions. And more importantly, every time they pay that bill, they get, ACA gets a piece, they deviate a piece to us, and we feed a starving child, which is huge. Now, how do you partner up with us? It's actually pretty simple. It's $199 to become independent business owner, and $25 a month. Now, when I saw that 6 years ago, I was 22 years old. Could you agree? I was excited because it was $199, $25 a month. I'm like, okay, that's easy. I got that. Now, my first question to them was, well, what does it give me? It gives you an online personal website. It gives you all the marketing tools, and, ACN takes care of everything that you and I don't want to take care of. Meaning they track the customers, they bill the customers, all the reporting, the customer care, the tracking, the accounting, all those things are done by ACN. See, all you and I do is one of two things. We show people how they get a customer and show people how they can make money on these services. It's literally exactly how that works. Now, what ACN also does is a personalized website. Like I showed you, you get your own online business. Now, could you agree the world we're living today is everything's online. It's all click and order. How many of you guys, show of hands, Christmas is around the corner versus going into a store, you guys went online and shopped for your Christmas gifts? Show your hands. Right? Yes or no? Could you agree it was convenient? You literally went online, you press what you wanted, and it gets delivered to your house. It's the same thing. We're going to give you your own online store where your clients can go to your website and order any of these services right through your portal, which I love. And because they become a customer through you, now you get paid on these services. Now we make money a few different ways. The first way you make money is upfront bonuses. So the company ACN will pay you upfront bonuses to acquire customers. So let's just say you're for 3 services, they'll pay you $75. If you're for 5 services, you get $200. And pretty much after this point, every 3 services beyond this point, you make unlimited $200. So for example, if you're for 8 services, now you make 400, 11 services, 600. If you got 14 services, it'll be 800. How many of you guys are catching the idea? Now, what I liked about this thing, what I liked about this company is also you can become your own customer. I became my electric, my gas, my TV, my internet, referred a handful of people, maybe my mom, my dad, a couple of friends, a couple of coworkers, my customer, and also got an upfront bonus check for just referring customers at the bills they have to pay anyways. And I love that aspect. Sorry, can you guys hear me now? I don't know why my thing went on mute. Sorry about that. So I don't know where, okay. So pretty much we get paid upfront bonuses on these different services, like I mentioned, right? So you can literally make as much upfront bonus money as you want on acquiring customers, right? So if you take a look, like I said, I told you guys, I don't know if you guys heard this, but my computer went on mute, but real quick, I became my own customer. I became my electric, my gas, my TV, my internet, all these different services. But the bigger part to this was I literally made a couple of my friends, a couple of my coworkers, mom, dad, my customer. Think about this for a second. They were going to pay these bills every single 30 days, and now they're my customer. Right now, the second part to this equation also is you get paid residual income. Every month they get, pay that bill. You'll get a piece month after month, year after year. So you get paid up to 3% of 20% on monthly commissionable revenue. Now, what I like about this, the most is because could you agree you're going to pay your bills every single 30 days? Meaning you're going to pay your cell phone bill every 30 days. You're going to pay your electric bill every 30 days. You're going to pay your TV bill every single 30 days. Now think about this for a second. Imagine doing the work once, but getting paid over and over and over on the work you did once, just like I did 6 years ago. That same electric bill, I became a customer of 6 years ago. I still get paid on that today, 6 years later. How many people just like the sound of that? Right? You can get paid over and over and over on the work you did before. Here's what I was used to. When I worked at the bank, I worked 40 hours. I got paid 40 hours. If I didn't go to work, I didn't make any money. So I love the fact that I can make residual income month after month, year after year. Now there's the third way we make money is overriding residual income. Now, I never understood this part, but it's creating leverage and creating distribution, no different than McDonald's does, right? They have multiple stores and multiple stores to a lot of burgers and fries. Same concept here, where you could introduce this as unlimited amount of people as you want. You could introduce this to as many people as you want, where they can have their own online store to sell all these major utility services. Right. So I went to a training just like you guys are on today. They talked about who to invite, and they talked to me about inviting business owners, people influential in the community, people that were go-getters. And I started making a list and started inviting those types of people, and at a meeting. And that's exactly what I did. And I had a meeting. A person did the presentation for me. Some people partnered up with me, and I got some business partners that day. But more importantly, some people that said this was not for me, they became my customers. But the people that partnered up, every single customers they refer, now I get a 4% commission on every single service that they refer. I love that aspect of it. And for every single person that comes in your team, when you build your team here, you get $50 for $300 for every single person that comes in your team when they get a handful of customers. I love that aspect of it. There's levels to the company. If you take a look, there's a bunch of positions to the company. The first position called customer qualified. Once you hit this position, you get $50 for every single person that comes in your business. Once you go executive team leader, every single person, whether you introduce them or your team introduces them, you get $50. A regional director goes up to $150. Regional vice president goes with $300, and then so forth and so on. But when you could take a look at regional vice president, senior vice president, you get increased residuals, and they take you on an all-inclusive paid trip, all-inclusive trip away. Next year, we're going to Mexico, so I'm pretty excited about that. but we have some people on the call that have been with us for a short period of time that are having tremendous amount of success in the time they've been with us. And they're just doing some amazingly big things with us. And the first person, this guy's coming out of the gate swinging. He's about to be a regional director. He's an executive team leader. He's about 2 to 3 weeks away from literally promoting to the position of regional director, which is right around the corner. And, that's none other than Mr. Arnaldo Rivera. Arnaldo, you on the call, my friend?
Yes, sir, Harsh. Thank you so much, Harsh. So yes, like Harsh mentioned, in short period of time, I've been able to create a really nice team. We have over 240 customers by now, and a little bit of my background: real estate agent for the last 6 years, and I've been blessed since I came across ACN. And I wouldn't been able to accomplish this if it wasn't for the support and all the training of ACN and the Rockstar team. So thank you so much, guys. Back to you, Harsh.
Arnaldo, congratulations. Over 400 customers. A short time he's been with us, and just doing amazingly well. So congratulations for all the success you've had, Arnaldo. And the next person I'm going to bring up is a very, very special day for him, just because literally today he got promoted to the position of regional director. Now, some of you guys don't understand what that position means, but that position for me, when I hit that position, it was a big, game changer position for me, where I was able to make a decision to leave my full-time vacant job and started doing this a lot. So, Mr. Bo Faber, congratulations, regional director. It's your first national call here today, man. I know everybody's excited to hear what you got to say here today, my friend. Congratulations, bud.
Thanks, Harsh. I appreciate it. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for your leadership and all that you've done. Good evening, everyone. My name is Bo Faber. I'm a commercial real estate broker out of Houston, Texas. I've been with ACN for a little over 5.5 months. And in that short time, my team and I have acquired over 698 customers. And it's all due to the training and support of ACN and the Rockstar system.
Congratulations, Bo. Over 698 customers, approaching 700 customers in 5.5 months. I don't know if you guys heard that. In 5.5 months on Xoom. We call him the Xoom baby, right? Xoom, he's a Xoom baby. What regional director on Xoom here today? So, Bo, congratulations. 5.5 months, my man. Good stuff. Record-breaking time, my friend. So congratulations. Over 700 customers that you and your team get paid on, which is going to be unbelievable for you. And congratulations on your promotion today. Just super fired up for you. The next person is also out of Texas, doing him incredibly well, big in real estate, and he's having tremendous amount of success. I pretty much call him dad at this point. He's he's like a father figure to me at this, in this business, but just doing some amazing things. That's Mr. Mike Jeffrey. Mike Jeffrey, on the call here, my friend. Let me help you unmute, bud.
There I am. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay. Hey, Harsh, thanks for the opportunity to be on this call tonight and share my story. I'm got a background, for those that don't know me, in corporate America. I'm also a real estate investor for many years, my wife and I. When we saw the ACN opportunity, it just made perfect sense. And we got started right away. Today, we have about 1,800 customers. And it's going to help me retire sooner from my corporate world. And I'm just grateful for that. And just absolutely happy to be here. And, we have free energy as well, which is just amazing. About 30 or 40 energy customers, and just super happy that that brings an additional income for us just for the special programs that ACN has. So thanks for the opportunity. Let me share my story tonight, Harsh, and I'll hand it back to you.
Congratulations, Mr. Mike Jeffrey. He's very, very humble. He's the vice president of GE. How many of you guys have heard of a company called GE? Right, General Electric, big company. Some of you guys got kitchen appliance. That's the way I literally heard about it. That's how I know about GE, right? Kitchen appliance, because my mom's like, all I want is GE in my house. And when I got a chance to meet this guy here, vice president of GE, having a tremendous amount of success. I don't know if you guys heard, he talked about having free energy, and hasn't had to pay an energy bill in over 30 months, guys. Think about that for a second. In 30 months, which is huge. So congratulations, Michael, on all your success. And what you got going on for you, my friend. I appreciate you being on the call. And last but not,
appreciate it.
Absolutely. And last but not least, we got, a gentleman from Waco, Texas. This guy's having a crazy amount of success. He's about to be a regional vice president in less than 2 years. He's right around the cusp. I looked at it today. I'm like, man, you're right there. This is going to be huge. This is going to be so huge. And I can't wait to see this guy go regional vice president in a very, very big way. That's none other than Mr. Top Producer, Regional Director, Mr. Bill Lithicum.
Yeah, and trust me, on that Zoom call, the pressure was on. I felt it. I was like, oh man, yeah, you're pointing that out. Yeah, like I say, y'all, in the Waco, Texas area, traditional business owner. I owned a internet installation company before I saw ACN here. I saw it about a year and a half ago now. And in that time, me and my team, we acquired a little over 2,300 customers just paying bills every single month. And you heard the free energy. I've been able to take advantage of free energy for the last, say, about 4 months now. And it's been great, but it's all thanks to the training and the support we have here with AC and the Rockstar system. It's been awesome. So Harsh, I'll call back over to you.
Man, congratulations on all your success and what you got going on over. I don't know if you guys heard, over 2,400 customers, free energy. I mean, this guy's just having a lot of success. Again, 600 customers, or about just right around the cusp, for, regional vice president. I can't wait to promote him, my man. So just excited for you and what you got going on. So guys, I don't know if you guys can relate to some people on the call here today. Some people are real estate background. Some people are traditional business owners. I was a banker, so 9-to-5 worker, if you know what I mean. Could you agree we got literally all aspects of life on this call here today? Meaning and from highest to the highest position of corporate America to a guy like me that was the one that was, taking order. People were giving me orders of how to count the money and count the vault and, pretty much doing all that I call the little work, if you know what I mean. And just, at the end of the day, you guys can have a lot of success doing this business. So with that being said, that's pretty much concludes the presentation. And now the next person I'm going to bring up is a gentleman, that is the inventor, is a co-founder of the ACN opportunity. So you're literally going to hear it from the gentleman that started this business 27 years ago. So you guys can kind of tell I was a little bit nervous just because, and I'll be completely transparent with everybody, because literally I have the co-founder of all of ACN on the call here today. And, just guys, just super excited to share the stage with them. This guy, this gentleman, it literally has changed thousands of people's lives. It's crazy to even about to say it, because he started this company 27 years ago. 212 of us are on the Zoom here today because of the decision he made. I want that to sink in for a second. 212 of us are on the Zoom here today because he literally said, we're going to start a company that's going to change people's lives. And that's exactly what he's done. And he's, he continues to lead from the front, always, at his, had his position in the company, always still leading from the front on a call here with us today. And that's none other co-founder of all of ACN, Mr. Greg Provenzano. Mr. Provenzano, are you on the call?
I am, brother, and it's so good to be on this call with you. And what an exciting evening it has been so far, as I hear all the success stories that people have had and how ACN has touched their lives. Is a dream come true for me. And as I hear you, Harsh, give the presentation, most of you don't know this because Harsh is a humble guy, but he is one of the top producing people in ACN right now. And it's exciting to be in business with people like this that are so energetic, that people come from all walks of life, all backgrounds, which has helped ACN become the company that we are today. But the company that we are today is nothing like the company that we were when we began 28 years ago. And if I could just spend some time right now to give every single person on this line some perspective, I think it would be a healthy thing to do so that you can appreciate the opportunity that you have at hand right now. See, 28 years ago, we began in one state, which was Michigan, where myself and the other co-founders are from. And we were in one industry, that's it, which was one service that we provided, which was long distance phone service. And the ironic thing about the long distance phone service back then, which was about 28 years ago now, it was a service that virtually nobody wanted anyone to use because it was taboo to make a long distance phone call. And I know it sounds foreign right now, but that's the way that it was. And it only represented about $15 per month because nobody was using the service virtually. And the unique thing was we were competing against 600 other companies that were going after this small portion of the telecommunications bill that was in a home. And there were three predominant players back then, which were AT&T, MCI, and Sprint. And as we replaced those customers, as we moved them from those three predominant providers over to the ACN service, those three companies would send a win-back check to those customers that we switched. And those win-back checks were in the amount of $50, $75, sometimes $100. And if those customers decided to endorse that check, what they were in essence doing was giving those companies permission to switch them back to their original provider. How often did it happen? 100% of the time. So not only do we have to expend a lot of energy and time acquiring a customer, we expended even more energy and more time trying to keep those customers on the books. So needless to say, the competition was fierce, the revenue was small, the energy expended was great trying to keep the customer. But in spite of those three monumental hurdles, by 1998, 5 years in the making of a startup company with no history, no track record, nobody making money, no success stories to point to. In 1998, we were listed on the Inc. 500 list as the 22nd fastest growing company within our first 5 years. So why do I tell you that story? Simply to let you know that we have a proven system of people getting involved in our opportunity and acquiring customers, generating revenue, having success, even in spite of those very primitive beginnings. So needless to say, that was 28 years ago. That's not the ACN of today. You heard Harsh Patel give you the presentation about all the services that we have, services that are essential to people's everyday lives. I can't imagine not being able to surf the internet. I can't imagine today not being able to heat my home. Can't imagine today not being able to turn on electricity. It would be unheard of today. I could not imagine not being able to use my cell phone today. And yet those are the very services that we market, services that people need, want, and use every single day. And by switching them over to the providers that ACN represents, giving them more value than they currently have today, we generate revenue. And most importantly, for the independent business owner, you, the people that are watching right now, you create a residual income for you and your family every single month. It gets direct deposited into your account for as long as those customers remain on the service. So think about this. I even think sometimes our independent business owners forget the uniqueness of the beauty of the opportunity that we have at ACN to get paid off of services that people are already spending money on. And so as long as we've been in business for 28 years, as much as we've done in revenue, in fact, over the last 5 years, we did $4 billion in sales. We have barely scratched the surface on what the possibilities are in regards to the marketplace of people that we can talk to. We're in 27 countries strong, but here in North America is our biggest market by far, and we still have less than 1% market penetration in this major market of the world that we are currently in. That's why we're so excited about the future of the opportunity of ACN. Yes, we've done well over the last 28 years, but over the next 3 to 5 years, I believe that we're going to do more business than we've done over the last 10 because of the marketplace of services and the people that need to hear the ACN story. You've heard already people that have given you testimony and validation of the opportunity. They're receiving free energy service because they have acquired a certain amount of energy customers to get their free service. They've gotten free cell phone service. Why? Because we have a program that says if you acquire a certain amount of customers, your cell phone bill is virtually free. Who would not want free energy? Who would not want free cell phone? We have those systems and those programs in place right now on top of the fact that you earn a residual income every single month. And so just think about what the possibilities are. So there should be no question in your mind whether there's an opportunity. Maybe the only question that you have is, can you do this because you've never done anything like this before? And I came on this Zoom call tonight to tell you, yes, you can. Because the majority of the big leaders, the majority of the people that are doing extremely well in our company today, they've never done anything like this before, maybe just like some of you. But all that they've done is they've plugged into our system that has been in place now for 28 years. And they've worked hard, they paid a price, they've sacrificed, they've set aside some things that most people want to do today, and they're relinquishing those things today so that they can have a better tomorrow. And so they have done it. And these are the very people that are going to teach and train you how to do exactly what they've done to become the leaders that they become within ACN as of today. The energy business, for example, is a spectacular opportunity, especially in your state right now, because we're able to provide people great service, a wonderful savings, a wonderful alternative for their energy. And at the same time, you can build a business by providing them the value and that very vital service that we have now in the energy business with our partner of Xoom Energy. And there's no better person on this line here tonight to give you the very specifics regarding Xoom Energy than the Vice President of North American Sales, Mr. Mike Kane, who is going to right now give you those particulars on this very incredible service that we have with Xoom Energy in the state of Texas. So, Mike, thanks for being on tonight. I can't wait to hear what you're going to tell all the people online about the opportunities that we have with our partner, Xoom Energy.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. And it's great to be on here tonight and see all of Texas as well. This many people on a Monday night to see. I mean, it really is true. Everything is bigger in Texas, and I love being down there. And Harsh, great job tonight. I tell you what, you've really excelled in 2020. And as Greg said, at the top of your game right now. I mean, and I know that game's only going to get better. I think everybody on this line can probably feel it too. You have a great presentation, great style, great personality, and sharing the opportunity. And people are really gravitating to you, the knowledge that you have and the training that you give out. So thank you so much on behalf of everybody in ACN, because I know a lot of people on this line are taking advantage of your trainings and your system and what you guys have put together down there, and especially in Texas right now. So hello, everybody. And it is good to be on here, and it's great to see a lot of friendly faces out here. Lisa's on here too, another new RVP from 2020, also in Texas. Great to see Elise and Arnado, Billy and Mike, Bo. Congratulations on new regional director. A great job all of you guys did tonight. So it's wonderful to see so many promotions happening out of this team as well. And Greg, thanks for jumping on here tonight. I know how busy Mr. Provenzano is. Him and I were on calls all day today. This gentleman is running 27 countries right now. Everybody's in the same exact situation that you're in at your home, including all of us. And, we constantly are trying to evaluate what we're doing as a company, where we can focus our attention at. And to grab Greg for a few minutes and have him jump on here as a co-founder of the company and share with you.
Baby dog, like this nigga fucking was bouncing off.
There we go. And to share with you tonight a few minutes what is happening with the company. So it was great to have him step in here for a couple of minutes and do that as well. But also, I just wanted to kind of fill everybody in a little bit. This is my 28th year with ACN. So as Greg mentioned, we've been around a long time, but I've been with them since the very beginning. I got started probably just like everybody else that's on this line here tonight. I heard the information, jumped on board, started to play with it as a part-time run, and turned it into a full-time gig many, many years ago. Over the last 10 plus years, I've come on board with the company on the inside as well, to help with the launch a lot of our new products and services. And as the company started to expand, not only in the US with our product line and portfolio, but also outside the US, the founders have found themselves in a lot of different situations. For myself, I helped launch the energy market, which is exciting because I know we're talking a lot about Xoom Energy, and I know that's a big asset to the entire team that's on here tonight. But to give you some insight there too, I mean, Greg was talking about how we launched ACN in 1993. I think the next big excitement that we had, on top of all the other services we have, and around 2011, the energy market started to deregulate and allow companies like ours to have access to it. And ACN decided as a company that we would jump in and start to market an additional service. And when we did it, we first launched one state, the same way we launched ACN. We launched in one city, in one state with one service. Well, we launched Energy years ago. It was in one state with one service, and it was the state of New York. And we ended up hosting a meeting. I said, we'll have a little meeting. We'll do a little launch of our energy product and our energy line. And all these states that we're in, and as big as the company even was at that particular point, we're only going to launch in one state. But we opened up the meeting. We had one meeting outside the New York City marketplace. And as soon as we decided to have it, we got more people that wanted to come, more people wanted to come, more people wanted to come. When we opened the doors to host a meeting, an in-person meeting, we had over 3,000, almost 4,000 people showed up. And they showed up just to find out what they could do to take advantage of the energy market, what they could do, what ACN's vision was for it, and where we could go. And here we are years later. We're now in 18 states that have deregulated across the US. We've jumped Xoom up into Canada as well. And we've constantly been able to take that influx and make it bigger and better and capitalize on it. And in the situation that we're all in right now, we started to look more and more what we could do to show people, showcase ACN and showcase Xoom Energy. And that was one of the reasons we put this call here together tonight as well as we've been doing. Some great things have been happening in the Texas marketplace as well. And as Greg mentioned, we have great opportunities, not only in the energy market as a whole, but if we focus, I know there's people that are on the line that are from Texas, and a lot of you that are on the line have business in Texas or are looking to grow your business in Texas. Well, this is probably one of the best months that I can think of that we could do it, because not only do we have a great overall business plan in the energy market, but what if you could also have great rates that you could give to your customers, and not just competitive rates, but rates that are actually beating a lot of the other utilities that you're involved with. See, in the energy market, rates fluctuate so much. It's a constant wave every single month as to who's beating who, where are the rates now, what's everybody else doing. Well, just so you know, that to uncomplicate it for everybody, we take all those headaches out. ACN and Xoom, we do a complete comparison every single month of every single market that we're in. We look at the most competitive rates that we have. We're able to compare it and bump it up even against some utilities and see what their rates are and whether we're better. As a matter of fact, I'll share a quick screen with you right now. Harsh is going to help me out and give you some ideas. Our rates right now in Texas, which is what we're focusing and talking about here tonight, even though we're talking about energy as a whole. We have great opportunities. You can look at all the different locations. If you look right next to the state of Texas, we listed all the utilities right there. We're lower than the utilities in all of these marketplaces right now. And the plans that are most competitive with and lower than the utilities are great plans to lock in, especially at this time of year in the Texas market. The opportunity is that you can lock in on a fixed rate plan, which basically are what we call our peace of mind plan. You can get a fixed energy rate for 12 months, lock in on whatever the rate is today in your area or in your utility based upon what we have with Xoom. Your rate will be lower than the local utility is offering it to the average customer there themselves. And then you can lock that rate in, and regardless of how cold, or more importantly in Texas, how hot it gets, you're going to have an opportunity to lock in whatever that rate is and have peace of mind for yourself and for your customers for the next 12 months. On top of that, for every electric customer that locks in their rate, we'll give that customer a $100 e-gift card for locking in their electric rate. So it's an amazing time to get customers. It's an amazing time for you as an IBO to get customers, to build your business in Texas. You know, as Greg talked about, you can acquire free energy, free cellular service with us. You can see at the bottom there, it's the Power Up opportunity. IBOs, that means if you're an independent business owner with us and you go out and get 12 electric customers, and it doesn't just have to be in Texas, but across the board, anywhere in Xoom Energy, you have the opportunity to basically acquire free electric service yourselves on the commodity side. So it is an exciting bonus along that line. You can give your customers up to $100 in an e-gift card, whether it's a Visa card or a MasterCard or Amazon card, whatever the card is of their choosing, and they can take that e-gift card and do what they want with it as well. So it's an amazing time in our business as a whole, in the situation that we're in, though you can sit back and you can actually go out and get customers. You can kind of Uberize your business in the energy market. There's a lot of people that do a lot of things on the side, especially in today's market, in today's world, where they're looking to make some extra money. And not just in the general format, but it's kind of in a lot of desperation right now, where they can make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month where before that was supplemental income, that can now be life-changing income for a lot of people. I would know a lot of people, they, just drive Uber, for example, and they say, they don't do it because they want to put a bunch of people in the back of their car. They do it because they want to make $400 or $500 a week or whatever that number is. But you can do the same thing with ACN. Harsh covered a lot tonight, but you're going to get some training as the night progresses here. You go out and get yourself some energy customers. You get 12 energy customers. You get, position yourself for some free energy. You get 24 energy customers. You would have 24 services saved. You will have saved 24 Texas customers money on their bills, giving 24 people a $100 e-gift card. That's $2,400 in e-gift cards that are going out. And you yourself with 24 electric customers would have a great residual starting to come in off of them. But you would also position yourself for 24 services. That would be $600 in your pocket in upfront money as well. So if you really think about it, you have an opportunity here to make great upfront money, build a great team, put together an energy business, put together an opportunity to develop a residual income, and enjoy a lot of the things that we've been talking about here tonight. And you won't just enjoy them for the month of December, but for the years to come. So we have a lot more exciting things that are happening with Xoom Energy and with ACN as a whole. But I want to appreciate that, Harsh. You can take that down real quick. And I just wanted to thank everybody that's on here tonight. Harsh, thank you. I mean, right now you're gunning for the #1 position, and ACN is the #1 RVP in the company. Bill, you got your thumb up for him, but you're edging out the #1 RD position as well. So you guys have been doing some really, really great stuff together. It's a great team. It's a great opportunity to see you and have you all host us here tonight. Appreciate you having myself and Greg on here from the company perspective. But we can't wait till we can kind of get with everybody and clink glasses together to celebrate 2020 with the production that you have. And obviously, a lot of us are waiting to put 2020 behind us as well. So let's get through the holidays. Let's have a great time with what we have on the table and prepare yourselves tonight to get involved and make 2021 something that's really spectacular for yourselves and your families. So I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, a happy holidays, and Happy New Year's to my Texas friends and everybody else that's online here. And Harsh, I'm going to turn this call back over to you. And I appreciate you so much having us on here tonight and everything that you're doing for ACN and everybody that's on the line. Thanks a lot.
Well, Mr. Kane, I appreciate you jumping on with us today. Let's just show our appreciation for Mr. Kane that just jumped on and talked about the energy market here today and what he continuously does for every single one of us on this call here today. He's a vice president of North American sales. And the reason why we're very, very operational, very successful here in North America is because that gentleman right there. And, I want to give a special thank you to Mr. Greg Provenzano as well, running 27 countries and being on a Zoom call with us here today. Just thank you so much for leading from the front. Thank you so much for being on the Rockstar call here tonight, 2 days right after the national convention. I know we got a bunch of people that are fired up here today that are going to do some amazing, amazing things. So Mr. McCain, thank you so much for being with us here today, guys. And hope you guys got a lot out of Mr. Provenzano, Mr. Kane here today. They talked a lot about, all the services that we offer. It's not only in Texas, but, what I talked about as far as services. And, here's what I'll tell you guys. This is the best time to do ACN. People say it's the holidays. What do holidays mean? Could you agree? Meaning social times. Yes or no? Meaning we're in the social business. Yes or no? Meaning, could we agree we're in a social business? So when's the best time to do the business? Right now, right? Could we agree? I mean, the best time, if we're a social business and the time right now is social, could we agree it's the best time? The best of both worlds are here today, and all we have to really do, as you saw in the conversation, the only time sensitive thing we have in ACN right now is to get 5 services to get your position qualified to earn money with us. So, real quick nugget I want to give you guys is write this down real quick. Get with the person that invited you here today. Be like, hey, I need to get 5 services. I want to make sure my position is qualified to earn money. How can I get these 5 services to get paid on some of the service, get my position qualified? And the next thing you have to do is book a meeting with the person you have. While I was doing the presentation, how many of you guys were thinking of some people while I was doing the presentation that you could introduce this concept to? Like, how many of you guys can agree some business owners were going through your head? Yes or no? How about some people that were influential in the community? How about some people that were go-getters, right? Put a list down tonight, not tomorrow, not later on. And guys, old school, pen and paper, right? You see, pen and paper. It's no good in your phone book. See, guys, here's what I like about that. A 28-year-old kid is telling you pen and paper, because here's why. You're gonna forget about it if you're like, oh, I'll get back to my phone book. How many of you guys have forgot? You thought about a name and then you forgot about it a couple, 20 minutes later. Man, who was that person I was thinking about? It just bothers you the rest of the day. Now imagine if you just put it on a piece of paper and you had the name and number right there, because you're gonna be convenient for you. So guys, make a list of people that were business owners, people influencing the community, people that are go-getters, people that are just hungry. Right, put them on a list. And guys, like I said, it's the best time to do a presentation. Why? Because, like I said, we're in social times, and right now, can we agree? Everybody's looking for a home-based business, and we're in Christmas time. What better way to provide Christmas to a family than changing in 2021 by showing them the ACN opportunity? That's my opinion. Meaning, could you guys a life-changing opportunity? And in my opinion, by you showing them, that's a gift in itself. See, when I share ACN, it's like me sharing a gift of freedom they could potentially have. Yes or no? Meaning we know a lot of people that are free in this business. We know a lot of people that are doing really, really well in this business. I treat showing ACN as a gift, and it's the best time to do this business. Christmas is next week. You want to book a private Zoom meeting as soon as possible to call the person that invited you to the Zoom call and say, hey, I have if you have a handful of people you could introduce us to, do a Zoom meeting or do a meeting here in the next 48 hours. Guys, 48 hours. Tomorrow, I tell my team, this is what I tell my team, in 48 hours, you should be able to put me in front of 5 people. How many of you guys can agree if I had the gentleman you heard from Mr. Mike Mazer, if I told you I can get Mr. Mike Mazer do your meeting, but you have to book it next 48 hours, how many of you guys can agree you can put at least 5 or 10 people on a Zoom real quick based on Mike Mazer doing the presentation? And guys, that's the same thing you have here today. The beautiful thing is you're not doing the presentation, the expert is. The person that introduced you to this call is going to take care of the presentation. All you have to do is invite, and that's it. All you have to do is invite. And like I said, we're in a time where people will jump on a Zoom call and take a look at an opportunity. Could you agree? America right now is literally shutting down state by state. Right? I think New York just got shut down today, if I'm not mistaken. Meaning, I think literally we're at state by state, companies are shutting down. Guess what does that mean? Everybody's where? Home. And what are we? A home-based business. So what could you guys agree? This is everything in the universe, in my opinion, is coming together right now. Social environment's coming together. We're in a social time right now. We're a home-based business. The government's helping us grow faster by shutting things down. A lot of business owners are hurting. Could we agree? They're shutting people down. And could you agree? Business owners that we know are hurting, are hurting. Restaurant owners are going to be hurting. Barbershops, salons are going to be hurting. Yes or no? And could you agree? They're going to be the ones that are going to want to take a look at this opportunity immediately. Imagine showing them a bit, showing them, hey, I could show you a way to make money from home. And like Mr. Mike Kane said, an extra $500 or extra $1,000, on just referring services can go a long way. Yes or no, on a month-to-month basis. And that's what you have a hold of here today. Don't take this for granted. Go out there, book a PBZ. If there's 2 things I can take from this business, from the call here today, obviously, is number 1, get your 5 services. Get your position qualified to earn money. The second thing is book a Zoom meeting so that way we can introduce this to people. That way, before Christmas is here, we've given the gift to so many people. We've given the gift of ACN to so many people. So when ACN comes around and Christmas Day is coming around, guess what they're going to be talking about? Hey, I took a look at a business. Let me tell you about it really quickly. Hey, better yet, why don't you jump on a Zoom call? And you'll get text message probably on Christmas Day saying, hey, I got a few people that can you go talk to me real quick because they're curious about the business I talked about last night. Meaning that's what we're going to, and that's what you have a hold of. And here's what I do know. The more you work this week, the faster you work this week, and you work in a sense of urgency, I promise you this will have a phenomenal result in the year of 2021. Meaning you got to start 2021 now. Right. And that starts with the first thing is getting your customer qualified and booking a PBZ. Getting yourself positioned to earn money and booking a PBZ, because guess what? You can introduce 5 or 10 people. They introduce 5 or 10 people before January 1st comes around. Guess what? You already have a team and you're going to go crazy with. So you're already in position to make a lot of money. Does that make sense? to do really, really big things. So with that being said, I want to thank every single person that jumped on the call here today. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. Let's just show appreciation for Mr. Mike Mazer for hosting the call here today. Just give Mike Mazer a round of applause. We got also Mr. Greg Provenzano. Let's give the co-founder, Mr. Greg Provenzano, a thank you for, on top of running 27 countries and just being with us here today. Mr. Mike Kane as well for being with us. Give Mr. Mike Kane a round of applause. And, I just want to say congratulations one more time to our newest regional director on the call here today, Mr. Bo Favor. Just get hit regional director here today. So congratulations, Bo. 5.5 months in. Yeah. That's funny. 5.5 months in and hitting the position of regional director of Xoom, baby. So if you could sign up 5.5 months ago on Xoom, could you agree every single person on here could just do a bunch of meetings and do what they do? So congratulations to all the people on the call. And thank you all the testimonials that were on the call today. Billy Lithica, Arnaldo, Mr. Mike Jeffrey, Bo, everybody that was on the call for sharing their testimonials. With that, guys, let's go book some meetings. Call the person that invited you on this call. They'll show you how to partner up. It's your first time getting the call. They'll show you how to partner up. It takes 2 minutes. Contact them right now saying, hey, how do I get involved in the business? If you're already in the business, welcome to the team. I want to be the first person to say welcome to the team. Make sure we book your Xoom meeting within the next 48 hours and get your position in a position to earn money, customer qualify, which is the first promotion of business. So guys, with that, have a great, great night. Take care and Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to each and every single one of you. Take care, guys.